Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I am your motherfucking host. I am the true president of LightSkin. I am the lightest of lightest, the true light taker, President LightSkin. This is Problematic LightSkin episode 23. We got a couple things in store for you today. We got some reviews, we got some drama, we got some breaking news, we got football, all type of shit. All type. Where the fuck my phone go, dude? Oh, dude, I am so sorry. The pod is late. Uh, but yeah, let's get straight into it. So last week I did a review for Sabrina Carpenter's "Man's Best Friend." It was nominated for Grammy of Album of the Year. When listening to it, we determined that maybe this was paid for. I don't understand how it is nominated for Grammy of the Year. Truly don't understand. So coming into when I knew I had to do Lady Gaga because I've listened to all the other albums, I was just like, man, I really don't want to listen to a Lady Gaga album, and I was like, oh shit, I was really dreading it. So the last time I remember, okay, so let's get into it. Let's do the review for Lady Gaga's Mayhem. All right, so nominated for Album of the Year, Lady Gaga Mayhem. So this is a review for the album. So for me, to be honest, I don't listen to Lady Gaga. Last Lady Gaga song I ever heard was Bad Romance. Rama, Romance, something like that. I don't know. That shit was fire, bro. I remember somebody almost got shot because of that. So going into Mayhem, I've only seen Gaga in movies now, like the one with oh dude, I can't even think of his name. Bradley Cooper, when she did the Joker movie that I don't want to say that she ruined it, but I just think the movie was horrible altogether. So I've never listened to a Lady Gaga album, so I didn't know what to expect. I just knew like Bad Romance. I just know her that song, her vibe. That's all I was taking from it, right? So coming into Mayhem with Lady Gaga, I will say this album is loud as fuck. This shit is like I was listening to it on some headphones because we're gonna do a headphone review because I do headphone reviews now. But you know, like I like music. I love music. I'm not a music file. I'm not a music weirdo. But like I love music. Like I like mixing music and shit. So when I was listening to the album, so I listened to it in the car. I listened to it at home on my own monitors, and then I also listened to it on headphones. So I listened to it about 3 different times. And this album is loud as fuck. Like this is so egregiously loud. And I don't like, I mean, yeah, like, I don't mean like, oh, the volume was incredibly, no, I turned the volume down. I was like, damn, this shit's just loud. But that's not a bad thing, right? I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It's given very like, you can play this at the club, definitely a gay club, you know, where they do all the chassing and all that. The voguing. I don't know what they call it, but definitely it would go in that style of club, girls' night at the bar. You could definitely hear this song going. It was just very like this album was like very gay, very gay, very womany, like very womany gay. I don't know if that's a word, but that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Like like I said, this music isn't for me. But not saying I didn't have a good time listening to it. I thought there were some really good tracks on there. Like let's see. So I got Perfect Celebrity. I thought that was really good. Zombie Boy was fire. I fucked with that. There was a couple other songs where I was like, my shoulder was, moving. I was like, hey, shit, calm down, dog. And I also love the one feature that she has on this album with Bruno Mars. It's at the end, it's Die with a Smile. So this album is very, like I said, very loud in your face, but that is Gaga. That's what I expected from Gaga. That's exact like it literally like I felt like I was listening to Bad Romance again. Which that's the only song I really remember of Gaga. So I was like, okay, this is the style. I don't know if she's changed up her style over the years. I remember she had like I remember I heard that she was gonna do like a singing album, but I don't know if that was like a Grammy thing. I don't know. Like I be out of touch with shit sometimes. Well, just certain people. So I didn't know what to expect. I don't know if she's changed up style. I don't know how things are, but I'm not saying this was a bad album at all. I'm not, and I definitely could see why this was nominated versus the Sabrina Carpenter album, because at least this was more fun, in your face. The production value is very good. I could literally see this being mixed by like a DJ at a club, or on a rave night or whatever. So it was definitely fun. It was definitely a fun vibe. Like I said, it's just very loud. I don't know what it was about this album. It just felt loud. But it was like, it kind of like, damn, turn this shit down. Like I had it like, and I don't even have my headphones up that like the headphones I have, you don't need to turn them up because they're so good. Like especially if you mess with the EQs. But it's like, god damn, I had to turn the volume down. So I mean, it's not for me. If you like Gaga, if you like Bad Romance, that style of song and that style of Gaga, then yeah, this album should be good for you. It should rock into your playlist, shouldn't change anything. There's a couple songs that I wouldn't mind adding to my playlist. I thought that was pretty good. Like I said, like the Zombie Boy. I really fucked with Zombie Boy. I don't even really I know, it was just like I just liked how it sounded. I was just like, it was really good. It was really catchy. What was it? What was the other one? Celebrity. Which is it? Perfect Celebrity. Like that was kind of like this, like it was kind of like a fu, and kind of a mix of like whatever you want from me. I don't know. It was just like this disregard to like, yeah, I'm a celebrity, but you'll hate me too. But I don't know. Like you'll hate me in the line. I don't know. It's hard to whatever these niggas be thinking about. But I thought it was really good. I thought it was like very, and then she had some songs that were like very seductive. But yet again, this album's loud. So not to get too much into the album, I think the album's really good. I definitely see the nom. It was fun. It was good. My expectations for it were this, and it ended up being this. So I'm gonna give it a 3.5 out of 5. Um, Not a lot of features on it. I mean, but yet again, like all of it kind of just sounded like, hey, this is Gaga. Nothing really changed. Nothing really changes from that. And I think it's an okay album. But it's not something that I would go out and buy. Not something that would have like persuaded me to become a Gaga fan. It's not, like I said, not for me, and that's understandable. But I thought it was a really good album. So we're gonna give Lady Gaga's Mayhem a three out of 5. And I think it's a solid listen. And I could see why it was nominated for a Grammy. So I'm gonna give it up to that. My expectations for Lady Gaga's Mayhem has changed. So yeah, so 3 out of 5. Solid. A solid track. Solid. And I wanted to make a scale for my when I rate music, but it's really kind of hard to. But it's like, hey, there's things that I have issues, and I don't like to like focus on the negatives. It's just I want to know like what's getting me here to listen. Unless it's like really bad, then yeah, I'll fucking bring it up. So, uh, all right, so we got that review out the way. Next up, here's the drama. Akaash Singh. If you don't know who Akaash is, he's a part of the Flagrant podcast. Well, when I was watching it, when I got into it, it was Flagrant 2. It didn't really make sense because it really wasn't a sports podcast, but it was just kind of like what they named the pod. Him and Andrew Schultz, with Alex and Mark, they have a podcast. It usually be the boys talking shit and all that. But as when they switched the style of what Flagrant was, and this is as someone who like listened to Flagrant like religiously, and who listened to Brilliant Idiots, like for years, like been listening to these guys. Um, I do say when they switched over to the just calling it Flagrant, um, and they switched into that interview style of podcasting, it was kind of like the downhill scope for me when it came to the Flagrant podcast, because like none of them are good interviewers. You know what I'm saying? Like none of them, like Mark of probably would be the only one. Mark is probably better at doing the interview shit. Um, but like Alex ain't gonna do it. Alex is just the media head. Um, uh, Andrew's more of a interviewist. Like it's Andrew's better at getting interviewed than doing the interview, right? Because Andrew like knows has a lot of knowledge. I will say that. Akash definitely not someone to do interviews. I wouldn't even say to be interviewed either. Like, but Akash does bring his own personal touch to it, just on the Indian aspect of things. And so everything that's been going on in the media with Akash has been kind of crazy. And this is like when like everyone always says the wife usually fucks up the money, and that's what's happening here. So if you don't know, here's a little backstory about Akash. As someone who's watched Akash on the Flagrant podcast back in the Flagrant 2 days, like Akash like used to always like talk up his wife. He would say like, "Oh, she was a virgin and I was a virgin." It's like they were both virgins when they were with each other. Like I really thought like Akash's wife was like just some basic Indian chick, right? I never saw like what his wife. I never cared to look up look up his wife. Like I didn't think she was like Indian or anything like that, right? Like if you ever play like I don't know if there's one that exists, but if there was a game called Indian Simulator, right? So you get to live a life as an Indian person, and you had a wife, like the stereotypical what I think an Indian woman would look like is what I thought Akash's wife looked like. Well, I'm gonna tell you. Here's the timeline. So a couple weeks ago, I mean, I was watching Brilliant Idiots, and I kept seeing like release the Akash files. Like they're like R.I.P. Akash, and or they're like release that man. So I thought Akash was in jail. I didn't even know this was going on until I was on TikTok and I saw. God damn! I was like, what the fuck is getting in my mouth? What the fuck? Sorry. So and then I started to see like his wife was wilding on the internet. And then I started looking, I was like, that's Akash's wife? I was like, oh, we can't be talking about the same Akash. And then I looked up clips. I was like, oh, that is his wife. Like, I was like, his wife is a baddie. His wife is a cutie. And I was like, I started thinking, I was like, I thought he said his wife was a virgin. Because this is before I saw any of the clips that what she was saying. And I was looking at her like, that bitch was no virgin. Like, I can tell you that right now. She was definitely popping that pussy. Like, she was definitely in them streets. All right. And then that's what it ended up being. Like, she was talking about how she used to pop her pussy back in college. She had a rotation of niggas, white dudes, um, all type of shit. Like, she been going crazy. And I was shocked because I was like, this can't. Did Oshkosh get married again? Like, nobody come to find out, this is the same woman that he was talking about on the pod, talking about that they were both virgins when they met. I was like, how is she a virgin and she was popping her pussy in college when y'all met? Like, that don't even make sense. And so there's been more clips like where she's talked about her best friend's husband, talking about like he just imagining he has a 10-inch dick. What the fuck? Were we like, what's happening? What about this is okay? Any man's wife that is thinking about another man and imagining what his dick looks like, yeah, she ain't locked in on you, King. Like you deserve better. And my thing is about Akash. Like, I fuck with Akash, asshole army and shit, bro. Flagrant, like that little Indian bro. And to see all this happen, I feel sorry for him because it's like it's his wife, so he gotta ride with her, bro. He gotta stand by her side. He gotta defend her. But this is the moment where I say, my wife fucking up the money. Fuck that bitch. Fuck her, bro. Drop her, bro. He probably ain't got a prenup on her, so that's why he can't drop her. But yeah, she a baddie. I was like, God damn, like, I think she looked good. I gotta like look up and like see what her body looked like all together. But like who she looked like and what he looked like, it reminded me when I was younger, right? I wouldn't say I was like ugly, but like I kind of just didn't understand how to like make myself look, right? my mother wasn't really helpful on like when it came to style and stylish shit and everything. So like I over the years I kind of just learned to adapt, and that's what happens when you don't have a father figure in your life. A father like can kind of help guide you on certain things, and that's why it's important to have one. I know a lot of us ain't got one, and I get that. But like, over the years I kind of, I struggled with just trying to understand like my facial features, how I wanted my hair, all that. And I even to this day, I'm like damn near 30, dude. And like how I want to dress. Sometimes I gotta like kick myself out of like ideas of how I want to dress. But when I was younger, like in my early 18s, I had a situation like this where I met this pretty ass girl. I met her at Walmart. Like I was like stocking fruit, and I just seen her walking. I thought she was the prettiest thing in the world, dude. And I was just like, man, I was like, God, just give me a chance to talk to this baddie, bro. And then like, I wouldn't even say baddie, like she was just really pretty. And then so I got her number and we started talking, and then like I was excited, I was happy. But man, this bitch was like the worst thing that could ever happen to my she is like, and if I ever refer to it in the future, I call her my gold digging whore of an ex-girlfriend. Because that's all she was. She always like mentally abused me. Like, and I didn't think anything of it. I just thought it was just this is what relationships were, right? And every time that we'd get in an argument, she'd be like, "All right, you gotta buy me something," and I'd be like, "Oh, okay, cool." I'm like, I wasn't tripping. Like, I know I'm already spoiling you. Like, you my girl now. Now, it wasn't like I wasn't buying her anything crazy. But it was one moment she wanted me to buy her bundles. Now, mind you, I was young, dumb. I didn't know what bundles were. And I remember I was working at Walmart, and I went up to my HR chick and I asked her, "Hey, how much do bundles cost?" And this is like the realest shit she gave me. She she had to take off her badge. I remember I talked to my HR chick, HR lady. She was real cool with me, and she said and gave me some real ass advice as a woman. She said, if a woman ever tries to get you her bundles, don't fuck with her, because and then she showed me like what prices of bundles were, and I was like, God damn, I was like, oh shit, and and that was the moment I started to realize like where I felt like I was a trick, but I didn't know. Right, because this girl like she rocked with me, she laughed at my jokes, she well, I remember I had to like I didn't say I would have to like beg her to kiss me, but like I kind of like complained about it that it wasn't happening. And then she did it, and then she finally started doing it. And then she always used to like complain about my weight. It's like I was big, but like, I was just like, nigga has no reason to work out and shit. Um I thought you liked me for me. So, as someone who's experienced meeting this woman who was like top of the line, and who like the kind of like that woman you meet, like, oh, I'm gonna get her pregnant. I don't have no, you had no plans of having a baby, but you see her, you like, I'm gonna get her pregnant. Like, I'm gonna make her my wife. It's like it's always that type of woman that exists in this world, and that's what I feel like Akash's wife was. It's like he saw this beautiful chick, and he didn't know how to react, and he was like, man, if I could get her to be my girl, that's gonna be the greatest thing ever. And the issue with that is I think she was plotting. I think she plotted to get to that nigga, because like there's interviews where she talked about like how like a girl told her about this Indian comedian, and then she saw him and shit like that, and probably went to his show, and then she probably introduced herself because he had these little small venue. All she had to do was sit up in the front and there. So I don't want to say that she was preying on him, but there could be signs where she kind of plotted. She kind of diverted their pathways. And then look at how she looked. Of course, like any nigga that look at her, like shit, they gonna be locked in. Like you see her at Walmart, you be like, damn, shorty, what's your name? What you got playing tonight? Like let's link tonight. That's the type of woman like you just like you got a girl at home and you see her, you're like, man, fuck it. And she's real pretty. I'll tell you that now. She's really pretty. So as someone who's experienced that, right, or you think you're the beast and she's the beauty, and you kind of get locked in, you kind of get dazed, you kind of get confused, you don't know what to think, but she's just smart and she locked in, and like she reaping the rewards. because she talks about she don't cook, she don't clean. I'm like, damn, what the fuck you do? And the biggest thing is, right? The biggest thing is that there's videos of like where he goes to kiss her and she like will turn her face, right? She'll turn her face, or as he's going in for a smooch, like she'll turn and shit like that. I've learned over the years, any woman that won't fuck you or that won't kiss you is because they are mentally tied to somebody else. Like they want somebody else. And they like women like pride themselves on the passions that they feel. And so if a woman is passionate for another man, she will not give you anything because there's somebody somewhere that she is fond over, that she loves, and she will not want to like disturb that force that they have. And I'm not saying that she's cheating on him or she has a whole nother relationship, but I wouldn't be surprised if a nigga somewhere is like, oh, that's my woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't be surprised because women do this only because I had it done to me. Like, it was a shorty that I was dating, and like we was dating for a minute, and she would never kiss me. Like, I was like, God damn, I probably felt the ugliest I ever felt, and I was just so confused. And so one day I just had a conversation with her. Mind you, there's only been two women in the world that I've ever been with: a golden whore of an ex girlfriend, and this I call her a dumbass, because she was just dumb as fuck. She was dumb as bricks. Those were the only two women I ever dated that never like kissed me, right? That I had to like kind of almost like beg for that shit, right? Which is like, hey, yo, like if I'm begging for you to kiss me, I gotta go, because like there's trust me, there are other women out there that wanna kiss on me, fuck on me, all that shit. And I remember I brought it up to her, and she made me feel like she was like she kind of felt disgusted that I brought it up. I'm like, bitch, what the fuck am I doing here then? Like, what the? And it was literally like that same week I broke up with her because I was just like, I would give you your space, I would give you your time to do whatever you need to do to lock in on this. But if you can't lock in, I'm out of here. I'm outie 5,000. And so that's what happened. And so I know what it's like when a woman doesn't kiss you. You know, it's like it's because they are feeling something else for somebody else. So Akash can say whatever the fuck he wants, but personally, I feel that she is definitely has her heart on someone else. Yeah, she's married to Akash, but her pussy, her popping pussy and them lips belong to another nigga somewhere. I don't know who it is, and that's not what's important here. But that's exactly what it is. It has to be, because it's like, and so where this all comes down to is that they finally addressed it on the Flagrant podcast. They do like this weird sketch. All the boys are asking her questions, and it's like she's just lying through the whole thing. Like she, like every, someone's lying because they have tails. Her tails, she keeps looking up in the fucking sky like there's a fucking teleprompter up there for her to read the notes of what she needs to say. The face that Akash makes in this is like a man that he probably didn't expect any of this, but all this is crazy because Akash has only did this to himself because he's the same guy that trashed any other relationship out there. The whole Will and Jada thing, calling him a cuck. So you yourself are the cuck. That's how you know someone. That's how he knows someone so well as a cuck, because you are the cuck. You are the cuck with inside, my brother. But I feel sorry for Akash. I feel sorry that he even has to go through this. There's no reason he should even have to go through this, right? And it sucks, yeah, people calling your wife a whore online. But I mean, like, she did it herself. Like, if if Akash wasn't married to her, he too would be calling her a whore, probably. Like, just think of that circle, right? Like, bro, you talking about you like we're told that you was a virgin when you met Akash. But then we found out you've been popping pussy, you be sucking dick. These are all her words, by the way. This isn't anything that I'm saying that's anything disrespectful to her. These are videos that she has posted herself, put on the internet, And now she's trying to backtrack. And like the thing about this episode from Flagrant, it's like you're the whole point is it's literally a PR move. It's literally a PR move to make everything better, right? To balance the world. But she only makes it worse because every question they ask her, she answers it with the sense of, oh, I didn't know what that meant. You didn't know what popping your pussy meant in college? Yeah, shut the fuck up. Yeah, I don't give a fuck who you are, bro. I pop my pussy. Who the fuck says that? You had a rotation of men? Nah, nigga, that pussy was getting rotated in and out. The fuck you mean you didn't know what that meant? So you telling me you didn't know what any of these words meant, and every time these niggas keep asking you questions, oh, I didn't know what these words mean. I didn't know what these words mean. Are you fucking dumb? Well, if you're not a whore, you're dumb. You're a dumbass. You're the dumbest person in the world because I don't understand how you even fucked this up. And I feel bad for Akaash because she's fucking up the money. Akaash he created his own world. Right? Like, I was a virgin. My wife's a virgin. I never had no other pussy, which is hard. That's crazy to admit. That's crazy to admit. I would never admit that. Which luckily I don't have to, but like, I would never admit that I've never fucked no other bitch. And the one bitch I fucked, she was a virgin too. Like, damn, you just wanted some virgin pussy? Like, and maybe that's why he kind of always looked the way he looked when he said it, because like I guess he knew he was lying. I guess I don't know. I don't really know, and I feel bad for this king, right? But at some point, if Akaash was just like, look, guys, this is what it is. This is the truth. Then people wouldn't come at you for all this shit. It's just that all the wild shit you said. We feel bad for him, but you keep riding with her, bro. Just throw her under the bus. There's nothing she needs that you can't already provide. Like, what, you got her a pod so she can get her own money? Well, she already said she was gonna get your money and her money. So I don't understand. This is so dumb. This is when you have to realize, hey, maybe I just need to be single. Maybe I just need to go around, throw my dick around. I don't know. But I feel sorry for Akaash. Especially if your bitch that you put a ring on twice, right? You put a ring on her finger twice, you married her twice, and this bitch can't even kiss you in public. She don't like PDA. Bitch, but y'all is in private. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. I feel sorry for him. I feel sorry for him. This is the one time where I feel sorry for the guy. Because this is like, it's not physical abuse, but it's mental abuse. Like, there's a video of her kissing on a dog. And like, there's a quick glance of Akaash's face. And he look upset. He's like, well, you don't kiss me like that on camera. I feel sorry for him, though. He gotta drop her, bro. I feel sorry for him. All right, let's. I'm done with that because that was insane. All right, so next up, Netflix has officially won the bidding war to buy Warner Bros. And my God,
fatality.
Warner Bros. Done fucked up. Look, okay, there's a plus and a positive to this, right? Positive is not going to Paramount because we all know Paramount is pretty much owned by the government at this point. But there have been especially so much hate towards Netflix. And you know what, to be honest, I think this is what Netflix needs. I think Netflix needs this not to be a juggernaut, but to get the respect that it wants. Netflix has been trying to get the respect from like the movie studios, the movie theaters for years. And it just can't. Like Netflix runs off of old media, right? So like dropping like old movies, making them hot. I mean, look what Netflix did to Suits. Netflix made Suits so popular, like the show just came out. It been out for years, dog. Like, where was y'all at, huh? Where was y'all when we was watching on USA? Huh? Where was y'all, bro? But like Netflix does a lot. Netflix is getting into live sports. But like Netflix has never really had like their own library of original IPs. Like besides like Stranger Things. I think that's it. But usually when Netflix drops something, like they usually cancel it. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Um, I don't know if this hurts the movie going experience because like Netflix has shown that they want to put their movies in theater. They just like the theaters aren't giving them the respect to. Like I'm sure AMC, Cinemark, none of them are allowing their movies to go into theaters. And so now with this purchase from Warner Bros, like I think this allows them to get into theaters like they want to. And like, I mean, it's cool. Like, like with Frankenstein, like, it dropped a couple weeks in theaters, and then in a couple weeks it drops on in digital. I think that's completely fine. Better than what fucking Warner Bros did a couple years ago, where it was like simultaneously, oh, can you want to go watch it in the theater or you want to watch it at home? Oh, I can't imagine what I want to do. So for 80 billion, Netflix has bought Warner Bros. Now it's not official yet, because right now it seems like there's a lot of things that are in the way of this merger. Uh, excuse me. The Directors Guild, uh, you know, their proprietor, Christopher Nolan, he he's already said he wants a meeting with them. A lot of directors have come out and said they are against this. Um, Look, I don't know if this is bad. I don't really know if this is bad. I mean, yeah, Netflix has a high subscriber count or whatever, but Warner Bros doesn't. And I mean, like, it just literally puts like it just puts it's probably not even gonna give them a big bump in subscribers. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's probably not. But it'll probably give a reason to Netflix to raise their prices again. That's definitely what if you see this merger happen, expect a price increase for Netflix because that's exactly what's coming. How do I feel about it? Look, as long as Netflix don't fuck it up. Look, Netflix is about to have if this merger goes through, Netflix is about to have some of the craziest IPs. I'm just gonna read off a couple. All right, I think it's important we read off just a couple IPs that they're gonna own. Okay. All right, so we got DC Comics, all of HBO, WB Games, Adult Swim, and Cartoon Network. So Netflix is gonna love that. The cinemas, um, the Harry Potter universe, so on and so on. Think of any Warner Bros. IP. Like, imagine Harry Potter coming out in 2027 on Netflix. That's crazy. Maybe, hey, but at least we can at least get our Justice League movies. Like Zack Snyderverse, it's back. You wanted it, it's back. Okay. Um, Look, as long as Netflix doesn't cancel these shows because nobody's watching them, like, then yeah, sure, bro, give it 2 seasons. I think every show on Netflix needs to be greenlit for 2 seasons, just so a show has an opportunity to like get fleshed out. I remember Breaking Bad. If you watched Breaking Bad, you probably stopped on season 1 and didn't realize season 2 through whatever, 8, like are some of the best shit on TV. Like when we meet Tuco in season 2, you don't get to see that in season 1. But you get that in season 2, and like you're like, oh, this shit get real. And sometimes you need a show to get past its first season and second season. So that's just TV shows. But oh, I forgot about Ozark, by the way. Look, I think it's good. I think the Netflix merger with WB is good. Like I think this will be a fantastic way of streaming, getting shows out. I feel like we gonna get all these. Like just for me as a DC fan, I feel like we gonna get DC shows like every week. every week we gonna get something new. You want a Robin show? Greenlit. You want a Nightwing show? Greenlit. You want a Red Hood show? Greenlit. They just gonna do the whole Bat family on Netflix. Look, I don't know. Like, I don't know if this hurts Netflix or what, but like, I just need Netflix to stop raising the goddamn price. I just stopped paying for Netflix. I'm like, goddamn. Like, how much do you want me to spend? Like $30 a day or $30 a month? The fuck wrong with you? You barely provide anything. But look, I don't know what that says about for the future, but I'm optimistic. I'm optimistic about the Netflix WB merger. If it even goes through, I can't imagine it does. So we'll see. We'll report back whenever this shit hits the courts. We'll see what they got going. So that is that. All right. So next up, we have. Let's talk about WWE Survivor Series real quick. Oh, excuse me. WWE Survivor Series was last week, and my God, can I say the what the fuck is WWE doing? Look, I know WWE is real quick to be like, oh, all they want to do is complain online. Oh, they ain't got nothing else good to say. WWE, bro. Listen, let me lock in. Triple H, the writers team, lock in with me real quick, all right? You're a TV show. You have every right to receive criticism if you're doing bad writing on a TV show. Like, look what happened when you guys dropped your first PLE on ESPN. They was like, this shit boring. This shit is boring. Survivor Series comes. I'm like, what? Did they purposely do this? So, like, because there was a report that came out, like, they wanted to get away from legacy WWE PLE names, right? So did they do this just to like, oh, well, people hated Survivor Series, so maybe we should get away from Survivor Series, the naming of it? No, you had 4 matches. You had a women's War Games match. You had a John Cena match. Was there anything else on that show? I have no idea. And then you had the guys' War Game match that was just was let's put everybody in it. The women's War Games match was lame compared to the one that AEW had. That shit was I saw some bitch step on some glass and then stepped on the bitch chest with the foot that she just smashed the glass. Like, bro, it was like, what am I watching? This shit is crazy. That's AEW for you though. And that was on a Wednesday. I didn't have to pay $30 to go watch this. And that's the other thing. Like, you got to pay $30 to see ESPN. And you're like, oh, I love WWE. Can't wait to watch. And then they give you this bullshit. Wait, what happened to the cages? I thought they had cages before they came out to the War Games match. Like, I thought that was the whole thing. When did they start getting their own entrances? When did they get rid of the cages? Anyone know and talk about that? Like, there's no more cages? I guess there was too much cage. There's too much cage. Like, oh, they got to be in a cage before they get in the match. Then they go into a match that is the cage. And then on Monday, Triple H was low-key trying to throw shade at the fans, but he was like, oh, everyone has their opinion on who's the GOAT. I knew where that bitch was going. I knew where he was going with that. He was trying to talk about us. Oh, we always got something to say. Yeah, bro, because you're not putting out a good-ass product. You know what happened to shows that don't put out a good season? They get canceled. Unfortunately, you guys can't get canceled because you make live TV every week. So like your studio heads are like jacking off to the money that they're getting. So it's like, yeah, it's hard to cancel that when they like provide a live service every week. But when you're not putting out a product that niggas don't give a fuck about, how are you going to get mad at us? Bro, we've seen what it's like behind the scenes for you guys to pick a story and write, your writers picking a story. You guys have like the worst way of putting a story out in front of us. If Triple H doesn't agree with whatever the other writer says, like, oh, we're going to go with my version of this. What if your version is old? Is an old way of thinking. Bro, I would tell you the most creative shit that just happened was Monday when it was Gunther versus Solo Sikoa. And this is why I say WWE, all these wrestling shits live in the past. Because I think we need to start seeing more matches of heel versus heel. Like, their issue is that, the audience isn't going to know who to cheer for. It doesn't fucking matter. As long as they put on a good match, no one's going to fucking care. Oh, this is the top heel versus the other top heel. I mean, in this stat, it was just really Gunther, but you know, like, but at the end of the match, it was great. Like Solo was trying to get, like, he was having like his henchmen, MTFs, ATFs, whatever the fuck they are, have them cause Gunther to lose because they were attacking him outside. But then, like, when they got back in the ring to finish the match, Gunther kicks him at the nuts, and then he finishes it. So it's like this back and forth of, like, I think of it like spy versus spy. You know, it's like, it's just like, I think it's more fun. I think we need to start seeing more heel matches, heel versus heel. All right, there you go, WWE. Take that idea because you ain't got no other good ones. And then now you have John Cena's last match. Like, what is? I think is it this week? Maybe it's either this week or next week. And it's like, oh, what is WWE gonna do knowing that John Cena ain't ever gonna come back? Now, if Vince McMahon creates his own show, that's paid for by Saudi Arabia, then yeah, maybe we might see a John Cena match again. But in the meantime, no, we ain't getting that. But yeah, WWE, you can't be upset that people are criticizing the product. And we've criticized it over for years. There was some times that I don't know how the fuck I got through it. It got to the point I stopped watching Raw. I just watched the highlights on YouTube. I'm like, all right, cool. Oh, someone came out. Yeah, because they need the ratings. Because like the show is shit. So yeah, WWE, you could take criticism. All right. Because you guys have a shitty writing team. And you don't even promote your own superstars that you have. You paying these niggas for what? I would never hire someone and then they never did nothing for me. Like, nigga, like I would fire people every day. But that's their fault because they're not promoting their own people. If imagine I hired someone and they wasn't doing their job, nigga, you need to go. You're fired, bitch. Get out of here. But you don't promote me. Hey, you know what? You're right. My bad. You don't put me on the TV show. Hey, you know what? You're right. My bad. Let me put you on the TV show. Let me put you in front of everybody and see how you do. Oh, you're amazing? Well, let me put some money behind you. Yeah, there you go. This is what happens when you actually take care of your talent and don't just hide them. You know, you promote your talent too while you're at it, while you're writing a better show, you fucking idiots. How about I love WWE? I grew up with this shit, but like, god damn, bro. We thought when Vince left, we was all eating good. Everyone thought when Vince was officially gone from the company, we would be eating good. Nigga, we was eating good for a couple months. We was eating good for a couple months, and they just dropped the fucking ball. I don't know what has happened, but this company needs to fucking do better. All right. So next up, we're going pretty long. We're gonna talk about the NFL Week 13 recaps. We're gonna go over just a couple things that happened. OBJ, Odell Beckham Jr., complaining about money. He said 100 million ain't enough, and like after taxes and all that, that's like 60 mil for the year. He's like, I can't live. He can't live off that. Damn, nigga, you lucky, bro. I don't even get like an inch. I don't even get like whatever fraction of that is. Nigga, I wish I could get 1 million for the year. Niggas, I wish I could just give me 1 million for the year. I'll be good. And the lifestyle that I live, because I don't like wearing fancy shit. Nigga, this is from Fashion Nova, bro. Like, that's the fanciest I get is Fashion Nova. I've been thinking about shopping at H&M. I've been thinking about like, oh, maybe I should go shop at H&M. I shop at Old Navy, bro. Like, I live a normal life because big expensive things don't matter to me. I had a nigga breaking my shit. I had a nigga breaking my car, bro. Nigga stole cologne and fucking an air freshener. I was like, nigga, this is what happened. Like, what bum ass bitch stank that bad? He needed to steal all my good smells. Having money don't mean nothing, nigga. It only causes more problems. Having more money only causes more problems. That has ever showed. So OBJ, and you're not even putting up numbers like that, nigga. Like what we talking about? Hold on, let's stop the show. OBJ not even putting up anything. When has he done anything in the past 3 to 4 years? He barely got that Super Bowl ring. I think he got injured at the game. Bro, you old. And like you went to the Browns, didn't do nothing. You went to the LA Rams, got your Super Bowl ring, and then dipped. Well, they realized that like having you on the team didn't make sense. Then you went to Miami, didn't do nothing in Miami. So, what do you want from us? Like, you not even worth the money you. And then like this is what happens when you give wide receivers money. They don't know how to act. Look at Antonio Brown. Hell, even look at running back Elliott on the Dallas Cowboys. Nigga, they gave that nigga the money. That nigga stopped running. That nigga stopped performing. That nigga stopped being a football player. He was just an average nigga on on the field. So OBJ is upset about 100 million. It's not enough. Well, how about you? How about you work for the money, nigga? How about you work for the money? Do you know how to work? Because that's what we're asking from you. All right, so week 13 was an abysmal week. Every game that I was just picking just kept fucking like losing, dude. I was like, what the fuck is happening right now? Like, y'all are literally fucking with me. Like, it was like every game back, whatever game that I picked, the opposite one. Well, except for that Falcons Jets game. Niggas didn't believe me on the Falcons Jets game. Y'all can suck a dick. I knew that shit was gonna happen. I fucking knew it. I was like, bruh, I fucking knew it. All right, so let's talk about some playoffs, and then I'll do like my picks. I already made a video of it, so make sure you go check that out. Where the fuck is it at? All right, so these are right now. This is the playoff picture so far. So right now we have in the hunt, Patriots at number 1, Broncos at number 2, Jaguars at number 3, Ravens at number 4, Chargers at number 5, Colts at number 6, and Buffalo at number 7. So those are our top 7 teams right now. But we still have Texans on the bubble, Steelers on the bubble, Chiefs on the bubble, Dolphins, Bengals, Jets, and Browns. And the only 2 teams eliminated from the AFC are the Raiders and the Titans, which makes sense. But Browns need to win their Browns, Jets. It looks like Browns, Jets, Bengals, Dolphins all need to win their next game. If they don't, they'll probably get eliminated. I wouldn't be surprised. But I think Browns should be good. Jets are gonna get eliminated this week, going against Miami. I can't imagine Miami losing unless Tua just get concussed. The Bengals go against the Bills, so that's probably gonna knock them out. And yeah, so let's look at NFC. So we have number 1 is the Bears, number 2 the Rams, 3 the Eagles, 4 the Buccaneers, 5 Seahawks, 6 are the Packers, and 7 are the 49ers. On the bubble, we have Lions, Panthers, Cowboys, Falcons, Vikings, Commanders, and the only 3 teams that have been eliminated in NFC are the Cardinals, Saints, and Giants, obviously. We probably will have, if the Commanders lose, they'll definitely be kicked out. They'll be eliminated. If the Vikings win, I don't even know. Like, I think the Vikings might still lose that. Like, cause it depends like a lot of scenarios though. Like, it depends on like if another team wins and shit like that. That's what the reason why my Pittsburgh isn't in the top is because our team, like we have the same matching record as the Ravens. So this Saturday, this Sunday will determine who wins what. So. All right, so to finish off the pod real quick before we get too long, week 14 picks. I already did a video, but we're going to drop it for the pod. So for this week, I got Detroit Lions, Seahawks, Browns, Vikings, Buffalo Bills, Steelers, Miami, Tampa Bay, Colts, Broncos. I originally did Green Bay, but I'm going to switch it to the Bears for this week. I got Bears winning. LA Rams, Houston, and LA Chargers over the Eagles. And a couple teams on the bye week are Panthers, Patriots, and New York and San Francisco. So, yeah, what a very interesting week. We're getting into the playoffs. We're getting to where all the real fun is about to start going down. We're starting about to see, are these teams capable of getting a dub? As we saw this Thursday, Dallas is not that team. And I'm tired of people keep saying it. They just had like these fluke wins. But now we're starting to see what Dallas really is when they go against a really good team. Which, Detroit isn't really like a good team. It's just, they're just a better team than Dallas. So. All right, guys, that is it for the episode. Thank you for watching. If you watched the full pod, or if you watched the clips, much love to y'all. We're getting our way up there. I'm trying to get 100. I was trying to get 100 subs before the end of the year, so I'm climbing, bitch. I'm climbing, bitch. But yeah, that is it for the pod. Thanks for watching. We'll have a new episode next week. But yeah, that is it. This is Problematic Light Skin, episode 23. Good night.